All right, hello guys, welcome back. Today is March 10, Tuesday, 6 p.m. A little bit earlier than usual, but quick recap and an outlook for tomorrow, CPI day. Um, but yeah, I mean, essentially we were right with it being slow. Again, it's part of this consolidation, low probability market environment. Um, but the day consisted of being bullish and then closing all the way back down into the range as consolidation. I actually do think CPI will take a slower. That's just a personal belief. I think the conflict isn't being settled, and I don't think um, people are pricing that in yet. And I think that they will, because if you look here, this was all due to the threat of war and all that uncertainty, and then here it was announced that there might be a resolution, and now they're saying that Iran's going to be struck harder than it's ever been, and that's today. So I don't see this being any good at all for bullish, and I think they're going to use CPI to take us lower back down to this low, down to these lows. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Let's just start off with NQ. What happened today? So we traded inside of this FEG that we found resistance off of multiple times, and we used NWOG as support. So again, we used NWOG as support yesterday PM, and then oh wait, no, I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. That's NWOG over here. We just used this FEG as support, and looking back at it, this could have been a trade if I was bullish, but I actually decided to short. Um, and it would have worked out, but I got stopped out. My stop was a little too small. I had it at 50 points, and it ended up getting stopped out, and then it ran to 2R. But it's part of the process. I understand that I'm going to stuff like that's going to happen in these environments with low probability being inside of this consolidation. So I'm not going to complain. Um, Maybe I should stick to the idea that I wait for this consolidation to be traded, to be the consolidation liquidity to be swept and traded through, and then look to see what happens there. But we're learning. But yeah, that's pretty much that. I took this short, which would have worked, but it did not because I got stopped out before it ran, which again is part of the process. But essentially, why I took this is that daily bearish FEG within that 15-minute uh, SMT I entered, and 9:30 kind of manipulated higher and then started wicking, so I decided to enter. But looking back at it, I was bullish yesterday, and I said that, and I said I was expecting the high to be taken out, and I don't know why I didn't follow that. It's still something I'm battling every day, just staying true to my model and not rushing anything just because I'm excited. But we're figuring that out. Um, on the other side, though, another good long entry would have been 1 hour FEG, SMT with 15-minute sweep, manipulation, enter, target the highs, and yeah, there you go. But I guess we can go into the reason why I'm bearish. Again, I believe that there's no reason for us to be bullish right now just because, this could be controversial. Just because threat of war, and then when the solution or like the de-escalation news came out, we started moving back higher into the range. People were happy. SPY moved up like $15 within an hour. So, the market reacted and they were happy, and it sounded like, hey, we're not going to war. This is great. But then, just a few hours ago, I think it was Hexeth said that. Iran will be getting hit harder than they have ever gotten hit, which obviously does not seem like de-escalation. It does not seem like a solution happened. So I do believe that if we were bullish, we would have continued trading higher and we wouldn't have wicked inside of this FEG and respected it and moved back lower down into the range. We'll just have to see tomorrow. News could come out tomorrow that hey, the war is over. You never know, but that's where my mind's at right now. And I definitely like this shorting idea with trading it to daily FEG, and then you have um, 1 hour change in state of delivery right here, and stop at this high, and then again target the bottom of the range, similar to how we held it last week. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Um, CPI could also manipulate higher and then move back lower to the range. We'll just wait and see. Looking at the dollar, dollar itself moved into discount like we were expecting and found support. Um, maybe off of this like inverted reclaimed imbalance with order block, and then from there started moving higher. Um, I would watch out for all these wicks. Within all these wicks, there's always obviously lower time frame levels, 1 hour FEGs, 4 hour FEGs, 1 hour order blocks, highs. So I'd watch out for those. Trading through these levels obviously is high resistance liquidity. So I'd be very careful. But yeah, like for instance, if we get this close above this high and then use it maybe as support, disrespecting this FEG, maybe moving higher, that could be a change in state of delivery, and then we could finally see the high up here, which would align with that bearish NQ that's happening right now. But again, we'll have to wait and see. And then looking at ZB, um, I'm trying to remember what my bias was. I believe it was respecting this FEG because we respected it, wanted to see it move higher up into this range right here. And we did get that. I think we wanted the premium, but we did not get it, and then we started moving lower, which is totally fine. Um, within within inverted FEG. From there, we can continue seeing lower prices. We got this low. We got these lows right here. And yeah, that's pretty much that. So that's my game plan for, I guess, the rest of the week and tomorrow specifically. I do say be very, very careful tomorrow. CPI, just be careful. Don't gamble. Don't do nothing crazy. I hope you found this insightful. I did want to say that I am working on maybe a back testing video for for this, and yeah, maybe hopefully sometime next week or the weekend. We'll have to see. But yeah, hopefully you found it insightful. Please take care, be safe.